Well, hello, everyone. It is I, your Survivor buddy, Gordon Holmes, here with your exit press for Survivor 46, the finale. Talking to the final five today, talking to Kenzie, talking to Charlie, talking to Ben, talking to Liz, talking to Maria. Ooh, that should be interesting. I'm going to reuse this intro because recycling is good for the environment. So if you've seen this before, please feel free to skip ahead. Before we get into that, a couple of quick orders in business. First of all, the comment section is open. Let us know what you feel about the finale. Let us know what you feel about these interviews. As always, be nice to each other, be nice to the contestants, and be nice to me. And everybody has been. I feel like we've got a really nice community here of people being nice to one another. If you want to check out my episode recaps, are available on Substack, gordonholmes.substack.com. I'll put a link down below. If you ever wanted to donate to this channel to help us out, that's there. You can subscribe there and do so. I appreciate the people who've been doing that. Also, the Survivor Power Rankings are over. The Reba 4 -1+1 has defeated Holmes' Hobags. But kudos to them. They did a fantastic job. And thank you to everybody who participated. Franny Marin managed to tie last night with Austin. So, you got to take your wins where you can get them. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. This is a huge favor. Gets us in front of more people will see us, more stuff we can do. And with that said, let's see what whoever I'm talking to has to say about last night's finale. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm amazing. How are you, my friend?
This is the easiest interview to do all season because so many of
Let's
them.
have fun.
What went wrong? Oh, maybe you should have done this. Maybe I didn't think of that. Like, and then this is just like it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. Mermaid, dragon, champion, millionaire. Boom, piece of cake.
I love it. Sounds like a beautiful title.
And I understand that we're interviewing for two.
I know. I am growing bones. I'm having a baby boy in September. Yes.
Gordon is a wonderful name.
Yeah. I'm gonna name him Jeff Probst Petty.
Yanu Probst.
Oh,
Gordon
Yanu Probst Jeffrey Petty.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, you don't know Jeff. You don't know Jeff anything at this point. You went out there, made good TV for him. I do want to ask. Part of your story was delaying the wedding to go out and do it. What is it like to come home and be like, "Got some really good news"? Especially
I crumbled immediately. My husband picked me up from the airport, and I was like, "I won! I did it! It was all worth it!" But then you have to process the game. And I got home, and we had our wedding date. We moved it 2 months after I got home, and I was like, "Well, now I'm mentally all messed up from lying to my friends for a month. So you have to plan the wedding." Yeah. So my husband took care of it all, and it was a beautiful day.
I can't buy a gift for my wife in advance without being like, guess what? So it's very much a thing where I always say people who, I said this before, people who buy gifts for like the holidays in July are psychopaths.
Oh, I aspire to be that, to not have to stress in December. I wish.
I wish I could. I don't have it in me. Now, before we move on, you're fed, you're hydrated, we're good to go?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So one of the things I found really interesting about your journey is Yanu was such a train wreck at first. And there was experience with you and Banu and Jess and talked about bringing them on board and maybe getting rid of Q or getting rid of Tiffany. I think it was Q at that point. It's like, what did you learn from your time at Yanu, your time having to manage Banu, who, clearly loose lips, sinking ships and all of that? What did you learn from your time at Yanu that helped you later in the game?
I really think the biggest thing that I learned was how tribal council works. It's such a huge part of the game. It's pretty underrated. It goes on for so long. The edit makes it look so short, but it's a long thing, and it's a very delicate dance at tribal. You want to assure your allies without tipping off the blind side. I'm so grateful I got to go so many times in the beginning because I went more than anybody on the season, and it paid off. It's a delicate dance, and I got to dance it quite a bit on Yanu, and I was well seasoned.
One of the things I think a lot of people are going to remember from this season is Maria voting for you and not voting for Charlie at Final Tribal. And I spoke with her, and she said what she said last night. She said it was how you competed in the fire making challenge. It was your story spoke to her about you wanting to become a mother. So when you got home, you're like, we need to get pregnant immediately, or Maria is going to be furious. But I also wanted to know, like, did you and Maria talk about motherhood while you were on the beach together?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, so much of my game was just talking to people, and I talk to Maria about her kids all the time. I talk to her about my relationship with my parents, like, and how I don't know how I'm going to navigate motherhood, and she has been such a, even post game, like so helpful and such a wonderful source to reach out to regarding like motherhood, life, womanhood. Like she's just been really good to me.
I have a 3-year-old, so if I can give you any advice, it's forget everything you assume because it is all wrong. It is. We had a
Yeah.
yeah, we had a situation. We had my daughter. We were getting her. She had to dress up for picture day at preschool, and she wanted to go out and clean the pool. We're like, no, 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 you might get wet. She's like, I'll be fine. Immediately wet, and then
Yeah.
ran through a pile of mulch in the driveway in the way to the car. So it's an adventure. So good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
gonna need
you.
that money to pay for new preschool pictures when the kid decides to.
Oh no, that is how it would go down forever. It would be like,
Yeah.
and this is the year you ran through mulch right before.
So Liz came to your aid at Final Five,
Yes.
in the immunity challenge. And there was a situation previously in South Pacific where, and I know the rules are different for different challenges, but Sophie had won and Albert helped her out with like the stacking challenge. Did Jeff comment on what was legal, what was illegal in that situation? Obviously, it was all legal because it was allowed to continue.
I think no, he didn't specify. She didn't ask. It wasn't the plan. It just happened. And I think that is a tribute to how creative and fast thinking Liz was, what a big threat Maria was, and how, social I was that someone gave up their spot to help me. I will say he didn't, the next challenge, the like one that Ben won, Jeff was like, you're all playing individually this time. I
Yeah.
want to be clear. So I think it was just a very unexpected, unprecedented move. And once it was happening, it was like, well, this is cool.
Well, I think a really interesting behind the scenes tidbit is Jeff walks everybody through every step of the challenge and explains all the rules. And if he doesn't say it's a rule, it's kind of not a rule. John
Exactly.
Kerhofer was quoted as saying, "If you're not cheating, you're not trying." In
It's
your
not
defense,
cheating.
like if don't get me wrong, if I was Maria, I would be livid. But
Well, you're not Maria.
I'm not
So
Maria. Um,
yeah, I mean that's what's so cool about Survivor, right? Is that every group of people comes up with their own rules, and they want people who are going to think outside of the box and think creatively. And we found a loophole that got our common goal out. Like we we accomplished the mission with the tools that we had, which were the lack of rules at the
when,
moment.
Now, when Ben had to make his fire making decision, it sounds like you were like, I don't want it to me, but it can be me. Whereas Charlie was very much like, I don't feel the need to make fire with my story. And he even said that at Final Tribal. Do you think that hurt him in the sense that, like, that there's an overconfidence that comes with that?
I don't think it was overconfident at all. I think Charlie was just like, this is what's best for my game. And I don't want to speak to Charlie's decision on that. Like that's a Charlie question. I was happy to do fire until I started choking. And then I was like, can you make Charlie do
What have I
it? Like,
done?
make Charlie go. But it ended up being me. And I ended up getting it together. And it's actually a moment that I'm very proud of. I know everybody has different opinions on fire making, but until you're forced to do it and you do it, it's actually like a pretty remarkable feeling that I got to overcome within myself.
We do a word association here to get to know your tribe mates a little bit better. I'll give you someone's name. Give me the first word, a couple words that pop into your head. And let's start off with Charlie.
Charlie. Oh, Charlie's got that dependable dog in him.
Okay. Q.
Q is, chaotic, energetic, great television.
Okay. Agree. Jelinski.
Lindsay, oh, sweet baby angel.
Oh, let's see. Mariah.
Mariah, she's a Google Forms goddess, quirky, cutie.
Okay. Banu.
Banu is so passionate and so pure.
Hunter.
Oh, Hunter, surprisingly a great dancer, amazing, sweetheart.
Why surprisingly? Like that guy can do
I just
anything.
wasn't expecting it. I was like, Hunter, where are these moves coming from? Out of French camp? What?
Is there
What
does he
dancer?
have like a trademark move? Like does he how does it?
He's just got like some weird riz about him.
All right. Good to
Yeah.
know. All right.
Yeah.
Can he do it? Is there anything he can't do? Play an idol, apparently. Let's try. Oh, that's cold.
I know it was my fault
I'm gonna
too.
edit that out. That is true. That is your fault. Yeah, that's your fault. Why I made that joke. Let's try Jess.
Jess, fiber arts queen. Her dog's name is Boris.
Okay, let's try Tevin.
Kevin, oh, charisma from the windows to the walls. Love
Okay.
him.
To somewhere else. Let's try Tiffany. This is a family
I
interview, Kenzie.
I didn't even say anything bad.
Keep it
Tiffany,
clean. Yeah.
Tiffany is everything. The moment, queen,
Okay.
past, present, future, baddie, perfect.
Soda.
Soda, oh my gosh, the warmest, kindest energy, best hugs, beautiful voice, angel.
Okay. Venus.
Venus, oh, determined, Gen Z baddie, beautiful.
Got into a fight with the Empire State Building.
No,
I did
queen,
not have that on my bingo card for
iconic.
46.
Venus, iconic.
And I wouldn't bet against her. I would absolutely not bet against her. Let's try Tim.
Tim is so funny. So great memory, great stroller recommendations. Tim's a solid dude.
Okay. Maria.
Maria, oh my gosh, strong, inspiring, determined, just awesome. Like, oh, amazing.
Okay. Liz.
Liz, way more normal than the edit made her look. She's the best. I love Liz so dearly. Well, I don't even know how to put a word down for her because Liz is just very authentic and wonderful.
Okay. And we'll finish off with Ben.
Ben, oh, so talented, so special, so creative, just such a wonderful human.
Okay. There was a moment that I thought of where you had been pushing to get rid of Tiffany, and then the move was made without your consent. They did it without you, and then you didn't have to vote for Tiffany, and
Yeah.
you stayed in Tiffany's good graces. She ended up voting for you. How important do you think it was, in hindsight? Like, I imagine the moment you were not pleased, but in hindsight, how important do you think that was to earning her vote?
Oh, I think it was huge for me. I'm surprised that was such a big point in the edit because it didn't feel big to me. Granted, it's been a long time, but like I floated her name and then I was like, this is dumb, actually. Like, never mind. And yeah, I think it would have happened with or without, with me floating her name or without. And yeah, it flipped me on my head, really. I'm glad I didn't vote for her. I'm glad the cookie crumbled the way it did. But I think that's another reason why it never really came brought up. Like, even Charlie told her, like, Kenzie wanted to blindside you, but I'm like, so did everybody else. Like, she was a huge threat. Like, kind of just got in the wash.
Okay. When people look back at season 46 and they think of their reigning mermaid dragon champion, what do you want them to think of? Like, if you had to assign a trademark moment or a lasting move you made, what would you want that to be?
It's really hard to pick just one because I think the whole arc of being at the bottom to the top is just it's such a beautiful arc. I want people to know that, like, even when you're down and out and at the bottom, if you are savvy and suave and lucky and smart enough, you can end up on top. Like, I just don't want people to ever give up on themselves.
Okay, well, Kenzie, I want to thank you so much for your time. I know today's super busy, and congratulations on the win is awesome, but like, you're gonna be a mommy. That's like, huge fan of raising kids. Not all the, like, putting her to bed's a nightmare, but overall, it's a good time. So
Oh, yeah,
like,
I'm really excited.
yeah, so congratulations on that. Congratulations on your win. So happy for you, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you so much.